Yes lads, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and today I'm bringing you guys the Aston Villa versus Leicester City match review. So guys, it has just finished at Villa Park. Aston Villa won, Leicester City 4, another brilliant 3 points away from home, and we continue to chase Liverpool in the Premier League title race. But today we're going to go through my general thoughts on today's game at Villa Park, and at the end of today's match review I'll be going through my player ratings for the time it started today against Aston Villa. Before we get into it, make sure big thumbs up down below on today's video if you're going to enjoy this Aston Villa versus Leicester match review. Subscribe if you haven't seen my face on your screen before. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe guys if you haven't already, because it is much appreciated. And while you're down there, make sure to turn my channel post notifications so you never miss any future videos on the channel just like this one. Follow my social medias, they'll be down there. Links to all of them will be in the description down below. So for my Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter, like I said, all of them will be in the description down below. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on another brilliant away performance under Brendan Rodgers at Villa Park. But let's get into today's match review. So guys, like I just said earlier on, it has finished at Villa Park. Aston Villa won, Leicester City 4, another brilliant 3 points away from home, and we continue to chase Liverpool in the Premier League title race. A double from Jamie Vardy, a goal from KELECHI, IHEANACHO and Johnny Evans, and the only goal for Villa coming from Jack Grealish just before half time. But overall, it's another brilliant performance away from home, and like I said, we continue to chase Liverpool. We sit in second place and we just can't ask much more heading into the Christmas period. But it wasn't all that easy. Aston Villa caused Leicester a few problems in the first half, with El Ghazi hitting the bar, which probably should have gone in, to be honest. Obviously, Jack Grealish got Villa back in it when we were 2-0. So overall, the first half wasn't as easy as it sounds, but the second half was much easier when Villa really switched off and Leicester really took advantage of Villa. But overall, it wasn't an easy game at all, but it was a very good win away from him against a decent Aston Villa side. Brendan made 3 changes from the side he started last time out against Watford. Ben Chilwell came in for Christian Fuchs in defence. Dennis Pratt got a start ahead of Ayoze Perez, and KELECHI IHEANACHO came in ahead of Harvey Barnes out wide. So Brendan made a different formation going into the game with the 2 strikers up front with Jamie Vardy and KELECHI IHEANACHO. Wilfred and Diddy sitting, a midfield 3 of Dennis Pratt, Yuri Tillemans and James Maddison, all behind KELECHI IHEANACHO and Jamie Vardy up front, and overall it worked very well. So going into the Christmas period where we have loads of games building up, this formation could be one to go with that 2 strikers up front, like I said, with KELECHI IHEANACHO and Jamie Vardy. Both sides started the game very quick. It was like a proper derby game today. Both sides had big chances inside 10 minutes. Tackles were flying in, and overall it was a very quick start to the game. But Leicester did take the lead through Jamie Vardy after Tyrone Mings was injured about 18 minutes or something. KELECHI IHEANACHO did well to find him. Vardy rounded Heaton, missed the initial shot, but then rounded the defender and put it past right from the whole end to shush the Villa fans, which is very good to see. And later on in the half, a good ball in by James Maddison, KELECHI IHEANACHO scored another goal in front of the whole end to make it 2-0 to Leicester. That was a brilliant finish from KELECHI IHEANACHO as well. And just before half time, Jack Grealish got Villa back into it with a decent finish, to be honest with him. But overall, it was a decent performance in the first half, and we went leading 2-1 into the half-time break. Brendan made no changes going into the second half. We got a corner fairly early on in the first half. A big Johnny Evans with a header into the top corner. It was a brilliant set piece with James Maddison floating in, and a really good header from Johnny Evans to give Leicester the 3-1 lead. Overall, Leicester dominated the second half. They had big chances here and there, and Jamie Vardy was threaded through, and Jamie Vardy finished beautifully past Tom Heaton to make it 4-1 to Leicester and in front of the Leicester away fans. And overall, we had a couple of big chances with Harvey Barnes with the lights. When he came on, he had a few big chances, and overall it could have been more, but obviously a 4-1 win, you can't really ask for much more. So overall, it was a brilliant performance away from home. But overall, it was a very complete performance away from home. A lot of teams struggled to beat Villa away from home at Villa Park, with lots of Everton and Newcastle not picking up 3 points. They also tested lots of Liverpool very well. So overall, it's a very good result to be taking 3 points away from Villa Park in the manner we did it as well, with the 4-1 lead. I'm very happy coming away from the game today. But that's it for my thoughts on the game, so let's get into my player rating. So starting off in goal with Kasper Schmeichel, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He couldn't really do too much with the Jack Grealish goal, but overall, apart from that, he made some big saves here and there. And overall, we had a solid game in goal. His distribution was very good as well. So overall, 8 out of 10 for Kasper, a solid game in goal. Moving into defence at right back with Ricardo, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I thought it was brilliant today at Villa Park. He caused a lot of problems with that with the Villa defence. Obviously, with us not playing like a winger formation, it was very centralised. We relied on the 2 fullbacks to get forward, and Ricardo and Ben Chilwell really did that, especially Ricardo. So 9 out of 10 for the Portuguese international. Moving into the 2 centre-backs, the main one, Kagawa Soyuncu, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I thought he had a very solid performance. I thought he could have scored when Tom Heaton made that good save with his face. It weren't really a good save, it was completely lucky, to be honest. But overall, a good game with him. The defence couldn't do too much from the Jack Grealish goal. It was a poor goal to concede, but overall it wasn't really down to Kagawa Soyuncu. So he had a solid game, so 8 out of 10 for him. The other centre-back, the main man, Jonny Evans, 9 out of 10 for him. Obviously got his name on the score sheet for a brilliant header. Played very well defensively as well, and overall was a very good performance from Jonny Evans in defence. And finally at left-back with Ben Chilwell, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Thought he was good. He probably wasn't as good as Ricardo at right back, but obviously he provided a lot of work going forward on the left-hand side, and defensively he was very good as well. Now moving straight into midfield, so starting off with Wilfred Ndidi in that defensive role. I'm going to be giving him an 8 out of 10 today. Thought he did a good job in midfield. Obviously it was a very competitive game. There was a lot of big tackles flying in midfield, especially in the Wilfred Ndidi's area just in front of the defence. And I thought Wilfred Ndidi did very well to win those battles in midfield, so fair play to him. Moving in front of him with Yuri Tillemans, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 as well. Thought he had a very good game, did Yuri today. I think he could have done a little bit more, but overall he had a good performance alongside James Maddison, who I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 midfield. I thought Maddison was brilliant today, especially with his assists. Overall it was a solid performance from James Maddison. And finally Dennis Praet, who made a start for the first time in about 10 games or something. I thought he did very well. It's 8 out of 10 for the Belgium international in midfield. And now finally moving into the front two, so starting off with KELECHI Iheanacho, getting another goal. KELECHI Iheanacho is on fire, got that assist as well, so overall we can't really say anything wrong with KELECHI's performance. A 9 out of 10 for him. Like I said, another goal, a well-taken goal, a brilliant assist for Vardy, so 9 out of 10 for KELECHI Iheanacho. And obviously the main man, Jamie Vardy, 16 goals in the league, a brace today at Villa Park, has to be a 9 out of 10 for him. Thought he was brilliant alongside KELECHI Iheanacho, especially in that first half, and that could be a partnership going forward as long as Vardy and both of them stay fit. Even if Vardy does get injured, we know we've got a good backup in KELECHI Iheanacho now, so it's very promising to see, and it's a good squad depth to have. It's good to have KELECHI Iheanacho if you do need him, especially in the winter. But that's it for the Aston Villa versus Leicester match review. Another brilliant 3 points at Villa Park. A very convincing win from Brendan Rodgers' men. We continue to chase Liverpool in the Premier League title race. But even like if you did enjoy today's video, subscribe if you haven't already. It's Norwich at home next up in the Premier League. Hopefully that can be another 3 points, guys. Bye, Sportsa, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.